Welcome back to the Blogger Breakthrough Summit podcast. I'm your host, Liz Stapleton, and today with the help of Daniella, we're diving into the 4 common mistakes travel bloggers make when pitching. Mistakes that might just be sabotaging your chances of landing those dream sponsorships.
Now let's talk about the 4 common mistakes in pitching that many travel bloggers make. Mistake number 1, your pitch is too long. Think about it. How do you feel if you receive a lengthy email that feels like reading a novel? It's overwhelming, right? You lose concentration, your attention begins to waver. Keep that in mind when writing your pitch too. The shorter is sweeter when it comes to pitching. Treat your pitch like a captivating blurb, not a 10-page essay. Within just a few sentences, you should be able to grab their attention and leave them wanting to know more. Mistake number 2, you start negotiating right away. While enthusiasm is essential, revealing all your cards in your initial pitch may not be the best approach. It usually isn't. Discussing fees, assets, and deliverables too soon can come across as desperate. Your goal is to pique their interest and create a desire to learn more about working with you. So leave negotiation discussions for a later stage, please. Mistake number 3, it's all about you. I know you're awesome and you should definitely be proud of your achievements, but a pitch focused solely on self-praise will definitely not resonate with brands. You need to strike a balance by providing a brief introduction about yourself, but keep the spotlight on conveying the value that you can offer them. So you need to line your pitch with their needs and their objectives. Mistake number 4, you attach a media kit. I know that other coaches tend to advise that you attach your media kit, but I don't suggest that you do that, and here's why. While media kits are valuable assets, attaching one to your pitch can stop the conversation in its tracks. Think about it. If you give the brand all the information, there's no intrigue, and in my experience, it prevents brands from replying more often than not. What you should do instead is wait for the brand to express interest and request your media kit. This approach increases the likelihood of a reply and opens up a genuine dialogue about potential collaborations. So, by avoiding these common pitfalls and tailoring your pitches to each brand, you increase your chances of landing those coveted sponsorships. When it comes to pitching, you really need to approach it from the right mindset. Remember that if you're doing this correctly, you're not asking for something free. Get that out of your head. You are offering a value exchange. Collaboration is beneficial for both parties. When writing a pitch, you don't want to ask for something, especially not in the first one. That's how you make sure that your emails get ignored or deleted, and that's not what we want. Instead, you're offering something. It's easy to ignore a creator that is asking for something right off the bat. It's much harder to ignore a creator who is offering something. And that's why it's really important that you include the right information in your initial pitch, and that's what we're going to get to soon. Finally, I want you to understand that the one and only goal of your initial pitch is to get a response. We're not negotiating, we're not signing a deal, we're not getting the contracts ready. You want the brand to open up your email, read it, and then respond to you.
All right, folks, that's a wrap for today's episode. Keep these tips in mind and you'll be well on your way to landing those coveted sponsorships. Thanks for tuning in to the Blogger Breakthrough Summit podcast. Be sure to join us next week to learn about mastering the Pomodoro technique. And in the meantime, keep those pitches short, sweet, and value-packed.